20 years, 20 years is last, and then 10 years, the old days, mustache days, so 30 years plus of playing is, you know,
Yeah.
time for a break.
Let me see what I got here. Let me see here. I'm just queuing up my getting the stuff ready I want to show. So I found this old picture the time me and Bonnie and David and everybody went and saw you down at Fritzl's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look at that.
that was a nice club,
Well, like I said, I was there 20 years, which the mustache, I was there 32, 33, 34, 34 years. So you can see that I was at Fritzl way longer than the mustache.
Yeah. Yeah, that it was a nice, cozy little place. Of course, that guy at Fritzl's made out like a bandit. When the mustache burned down, he had an automatic entertainment.
Yeah, we went into Fritzl's right pretty much after.
Yeah, yeah. See, I think I got some
And,
photos.
and Big Bill came with us.
Oh, Big Bill went down there to work too. Okay.
Yeah, he was the waiter and doorman, and mostly doorman.
Mm-hmm.
And by himself, did roll out the barrels and try to do bar songs. He tried to do it all.
Yeah. Well, he was a larger than life in more than one way.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Big Bill, I enjoyed him. In fact, you know how it is when you're on Facebook with somebody, if nobody ever terminates them, I can't remember, wasn't that long ago, I got something, wish Big Bill a happy birthday.
Yeah, I still get those.
It's like, and part of me wants to unfriend him just so I don't have to so I see it anymore, but other part of me wants to keep it because it like part of my memories.
I keep it. My brother died, what, 6, 7 years ago.
Mhm.
His number's still in my phone.
Yeah.
Number,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna remove it.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah. See if I can make this work.
But we were talking. You weren't on the whole time last week, were you?
I wasn't on at all last week.
Yeah, we were saying that we don't mind seeing some of the repeat pictures
Mhm.
of you and Tom. It doesn't matter because the comments are different anyway.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, some different people looking at them. Let's see.
It's a different perspective and all that, so it doesn't matter. It's still
Yeah.
an hour of a travel back into the past for me,
Yeah. Yeah. Here's
I'm clinging to yesteryear for an hour.
yeah. Here's us when well it wasn't I was taking a picture, so I'm not in the shot, but that's the part of the group that was watching you that night. Well, me and Bonnie and Tom and Emily and David. I think David's wife was there too. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't see her,
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. But you can't get much more cozy than Fritzl's. I mean, you're right next to the band. It's kind of like the old your father's mustache. You can
That's
reach
what
out and
people
touch.
like. That's what people like.
Mhm.
You're so close to the musicians.
Yeah.
Not like at a big rock concert where you're 5 blocks away from the musician.
Yeah. 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 Well, David Krippner sent me a text that he and his wife he took his wife to the doctor like 2 hours ago, but there's a delay and he doesn't know if he's going to get back in time for the meeting or not. But I just told him we're here till 5 o'clock, so check in if he can.
Yeah.
Mhm. So it was interesting them talking about the banjos. The last time I was in, you were talking about resale of the old jazz banjos,
Right.
and that price has gone down a bit on them.
They've gone down because people are not playing as much.
Yeah, but they're hell of it. They're hellacious instruments, though, and they don't make them like that anymore. Huh?
They don't, for the most part. The ones that are pre-war,
Mhm.
pre-World War II, or the ones that people want to buy because there was something with the alloys that changed after the war. The alloys of the metal, the nickel and stuff in them. that changed like forever after the war or during the war.
Mhm.
It never came out the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. What, was your first banjo something you bought yourself, or was it one of your you
My
got it?
dad had a couple of banjos and gave me one.
Okay, all right.
But then I was at the Mustache and Les Muscat bought that what they call Janie banjo. And Les was the best player around, so we all bought Janie banjos. Rick Brono, Bruce O'Neill, me, all of us.
Yeah.
But we figured if we had the same banjos, Les maybe we could sound like it, which is a lie.
Yeah, no, it's, Les had I mean, like I said, I know that what I heard you talk about and how, Joel apparently wanted him to be more of an outgoing presence, but that it wasn't his style. I enjoyed watching him just because he was so stoic, and you couldn't even see his hand moving sometimes.
Well, he was the best. He was the best banjo player we had around there, and he knew how to read a room and what songs are called better than anybody.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, and as a band leader, that's the main thing: learning how to read the room. I had to learn that, and I guess we all learned it in our own style.
yeah,
But that's the main thing as a leader is reading the room. What medley to go into next? What tempos? What'll work?
yeah,
And Les was the best at it, but Les wasn't a personality on a microphone. And apparently that's what they wanted.
yeah,
Whoever, whether it was Joel or Roger or Fred or whoever, wanted a personality on a microphone,
yeah.
and Mike fulfilled that, Mike Gentry,
Mhm.
and Mike being my mentor there, you watched it, I became, I guess, a personality on a microphone, at
Yeah,
least.
well, yeah, well, you were always bigger than life, and you had a lot of stage presence. Even working the aisle as a waiter. Like I said, you could command attention. So,
But I basically learned that from Gentry,
mhm.
because that's what they liked, what Gentry did. That's what I like. That's why I decided to model myself after him.
Yeah, I guess in retrospect, when Les was there, when I first started, and Les was there, you had Wilbur. Now Wilbur loved the microphone, and he could keep things moving, and talk and get the audience going with different things while Les was, I guess organizing his shots, or I mean his next songs or whatever, you know. So, and then after Wilbur left, John Stacy, you weren't there. What John Stacy took over as washboard player, and then when he went in the military, they asked me to do it, mostly because I'm a ham bone and I knew all the words to the songs. Hey, Christian,
How you doing?
doing well. Yeah, what's it cooking today?
Pot roast with smashed Brussels sprouts and mashed potatoes.
Damn, that's my kind of food.
Come on down.
I
Or
think
come on up.
Yeah.
Chris, did you know Les Muscat?
Of course.
Okay.
Played with him many times, admired his incredible musical ability and his very unique sense of humor and his kindness. He was great to me.
Mhm.
We were just talking. Be interested to hear your viewpoint. That Les was the best banjo player in New Orleans. At the Mustache, his technique was really something. All
Yeah.
right. And he had the best ability to read a room and call the right tunes, but he wasn't. What'd you call it, Billy? He wasn't on the personality on a microphone.
Not at all. No,
And
you're absolutely right.
That's what the powers that be. I don't know who that was, Roger or Fred or Joel himself.
Mhm.
They fired Les to get somebody that was more dynamic on the microphone.
Mhm.
That's what they were looking for.
Yeah.
And I was telling Billy that one of the main things of being a leader at the Mustache was being able to read the room. However, we developed that ability. What's your comments on all that?
Oh, I agree 100% with all of that. But it is true that he was not a showman. He was not, but there were a lot of banjo players, I would say, in the early days who were who didn't have that flash in the on sort of on stage flash. Ron Bicel, for all of that, he was a great player and a great tune caller. All he had in terms of his onstage presence was that smile that just melted all the women in the crowd. And so, I think they would be reluctant to get rid of him only because he was such a big draw for the women in the room.
Right.
And I look at somebody like Gim Burton. Is Gim on the line with us here?
Not yet.
He's not here yet. No.
Well, then I can talk about him. Gim, again, a terrifically sensitive player, musician. He's just beautiful on the banjo. It really taught me so much about what to play and how to play, whatnot. But not a big sort of crowd guy. He knew how to turn the band loose on the crowd and make the band stir up the crowd.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
And I've seen tapes of you when you were young leading a band, and you were a showman.
Yeah, well, that was I was more showman than banjo player. I'll tell you that.
Me too. Me too. I saw Gentry come in, and I modeled what he did, and he was a showman. And he was a good banjo player too.
Yeah.
But it was his showmanship that impressed me. I said, "Wow." I'd never seen it. I was looking at Les, who I really respected, Les Muscat and Neil Undersayer and all them. But when Gentry came, I said that was a different animal.
Yeah, it is. And the first criteria that you would think of for a lead banjo player is they got to know the tunes. They have to be able to lead a band. But the other thing that they were looking for that was unexpressed was that ability to lead a crowd. And
right.
There were people who were better at that than others.
I remember after they fired Les, they fired him in about a year, and Mike became the leader. Then Mike left, and I became the leader. So it was 2 years down the line since they fired Les. And I went and talked to Les. I said, "Would you come back and play side?" And he did. And I felt so awkward. Me, a former waiter, when he was up there playing. Now I'm the band leader. He's playing side to me.
Yeah. One time I went down. I was at a business meeting. I went down to New Orleans, and I decided that I was finally going to go to the Preservation Hall Jazz. I had never been there.
Mm-hmm.
So I walk in there, and who's playing but Les Muscat?
Yeah.
And I thought, I am getting old.
Yeah, it was, I think it was early 80s. I had moved to Texas and came back into town and brought some friends with me. They wanted to go to Jazz Fest and all that. And we went down to Preservation Hall, and Les Muscat was playing with the Preservation Hall band too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went across the street on his break and had a beer, and it was great to see him and talk to him.
How you doing, guys?
Howdy, Roger.
Good afternoon.
Good
From the
afternoon.
great state of Arizona.
What's going on?
Cool breeze blowing in from Winslow, Arizona today, and it's chilly out.
One day I was standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona.
I saw you out there.
A dozen.
I was on the outside and I was looking in. You were on the other side of that window.
There was a dozen women on my mind. One that wanted to.
Really?
How's it go? How's the song go?
There you go. I like it.
Yeah. No, but they have that corner in Winslow, Arizona. They made it for the Eagles song. And you
Right.
can actually go stand on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, and they have the girl in the pickup truck going by, and it's
I
kind of cool.
think that's the only song with Arizona mentioned in it. So I'm going to write a new song about Arizona.
By the time I get to Phoenix, that's pretty close.
Yeah,
Phoenix is
by
close,
the time
yeah.
I get to Phoenix, or
Phoenix is a happening city. A lot going on there.
yeah,
It's real busy, like any major city you go into, to a sports event or but actually all these little towns have their own theater, and so they put on their local plays and everything. They have a theater in the Round, which is interesting.
Howdy, Rick. Hi, Rick.
Good guys.
Da, 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 da.
Well, when I took
Hey.
the boys to the Grand Canyon, we went, we paralleled Route 66. And
Oh, I
we
did not.
we jumped off in Winslow just because I wanted to show them Winslow. You know,
Sure.
and Winslow's not far from the Petrified Forest.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
I've been through there.
yeah,
I got stuck in Williams, Arizona one time.
yeah.
Couldn't figure out the exit street.
Roger, are those all pictures you taken on traveling around? Is that what that you've been posting on Facebook?
What's that? Those
All those
pictures?
pictures you've been like, this is,
Yeah.
oh, okay. There's
A
some
friend of
beautiful
mine asked
pictures.
me to- Thank you.
Yeah.
Asked me to post some pictures, and I was working on a website to put a lot of them on. At one time, I was selling some of them, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
Fine Arts of America, I believe it's called.
Oh,
Then I
okay.
just-
It's really
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, thank you. I got busy moving, and that took the back seat. I'm slowly getting caught up where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Roger, did you have a background in fine arts? Did you study photography or art or?
Well, actually, when I lived in New York, and my friend Suzanne Lopez, she lived in California, and she was finishing up her degree. And I met her at Mardi Gras. We become real good friends, and I flew her up to New York to live with me. And she was going to NYU, and she said she wanted to take a photography course. I said, okay. I said, how's this work? She said, well, she needed a camera and everything. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll buy all the equipment and everything. You take the course, and I'm gonna follow you around and learn some stuff about it. That was in the 66 maybe or something. And so I got hung up in had a Pentax Blackmatic camera with the
Oh,
screw,
yeah.
screw off lenses and wide lens, zoom, zoom, angle lens, and the regular lens. You had to stop and screw it off and change it back on. And
Right.
I had a dark room in our apartment in New York, and then I ended up in New Orleans. I put another dark room in the house I lived in there. So it's sort of self-taught in a way, and
Yeah.
followed Fraser around.
Jim,
Hey, Jim,
Morning, Jim. Hi.
morning,
Yeah.
afternoon,
Morning.
evening.
What time is it? Where am I? We don't change times in Arizona. We're on space time.
Oh, really?
A lot of space cadets down here. We're looking
be
for the aliens to come
we had
land.
a bunch of those at the Mustache Space Cadet.
What's that?
We had a bunch of those at the Mustache.
Oh,
Space
really? Space
Hey,
cadet.
Barry,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, this is we talked, last time I was on, we talked about Randy Ali.
There he is there.
And that's
There's Randy.
Randy on John Fowler's back.
That's like that John Fowler, right? I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it.
That was in a picture from the Mustache Nose. And a
Right.
little article about it said it was John Fowler's birthday. And of course, as our tradition, we hit him with cakes and pies later. You know, that was all part of it. And Randy was on his back. You
You
know,
remember when John, he came to dinner with us at Liuzza's one time? Didn't
no,
he?
that was John Patterson.
Oh, that was Patterson. That's right,
Yeah,
the carpenter.
Now, I haven't
Oh,
seen Johnny
yeah.
Fowler since the mustache burned down. So
yeah.
He's I saw him a couple times when I came to New Orleans. He and his girlfriend he's been living with forever. And I think he was a little sick for a while. I'm not sure what he had. And
mhm.
she keeps in touch with me, tells me John's okay. That's about it. He had a business he called the Straight Nailing Company. I thought that was a great name for a carpenter's business. And then he started making sets for a lot of the movies that came to town.
Oh, okay.
They made some extra bucks doing that.
Yeah, remember John always preferred to wear a derby. He couldn't get the skimmers to fit on his head.
Yeah, well,
Oh, Randy was a good guy, man.
Yeah, Randy was, I guess he called my mentor. I think when Rick and I first started, Randy was one of the old timers there, and but he was very patient and kind, and he would
Yeah.
show you the ropes, you know.
It was him and Bob Osborne, as I remember,
Right.
those two.
good old Bob.
Oh, Bob,
Yeah,
yeah.
we got hired, Rick and I got hired, I think like a week before Mardi Gras or something,
Uh-huh.
71. And they were just trying to, you don't get eased in and something like that. You just kind of, okay, here's your hat, here's your bank, this is what you do. Here's
There's a string tie.
your string tie. Yeah,
That's a bar. Jump up on it and start singing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes, and-
Gim, who were the fellas that were named Duggar? Duggar?
Duggar Moore,
They used to do the construction around a lot of the clubs.
he used to do all that stuff, yeah. He would tend bar once in a while.
Yeah.
He was up on the Cape, he was up on the Cape as well.
Did he?
Yeah, we summer fun, it was get the boy out of the city for the summer.
I've heard his name mentioned a number of times. Yeah.
Then there was another guy who used to work with him. They called him Little Duggar, but I don't know what his real name was.
I remember the guy you mean, but I can't think of his name either.
Little Duggar.
Little Duggar.
Yeah, but we had a way of taking in all the ne'er-do-wells around Boston, and
Same thing in New Orleans.
yeah,
They have a job coming with a mustache.
that's it.
And here's another one for you, Gim, because I can't remember any names, but I remember these people. There was a guy who was a bartender at the New York club, and a nice guy. He had like a prognathous jaw. Do you know what that means? The lower jaw came out further than his upper jaw.
Ooh, kind of like Abe Lincoln or something, huh? Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Prognathous, man, I'm gonna use that word.
New word for the day.
what you mean is he had the Habsburg chin. That's what
Yes. Decker.
Bruce Decker?
No, might have been Ed Decker. Oh, Bruce. Anyway, he got married while he was, I remember his wedding because he married a Polish girl and the wedding went on for like 3 days.
Great. Yeah, I don't remember this guy. No.
He looked like a caveman or something out of, some movie.
And some poor Polish girl took him in, huh? All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, she did. She wrapped her legs around him and held him tight. Well, he used to work he came down, I remember, to the Summers Point, I guess it was Summers Point. And after we would play, we would go out to the diner, the Point Diner.
Mhm.
And he would always order a dozen scrambled eggs.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
Dozen.
Ooh,
A lot
I
of
remember him just pouring them into that lower jaw.
well,
a lot of eggs.
kind of a gravity feed, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do they have a special price on a dozen?
The waitresses saw him coming, I'll tell you.
Well,
Jesus, she's back.
Those are eggs. Jeez. There's a lot of scrambling.
Yeah.
How much toast did he order? Jesus.
Two
Well,
loaves.
Like 3 or 4 orders of toast. That was all.
Of course, I guess corn on the cob might have been a challenge though, huh?
Way, way challenging. It's
Yeah.
like that joke about the 2 guys out and standing just outside of Carnegie Hall, and it starts to rain, and the the flute player says, "I hate it when it rains," and the clarinet player said, "I don't mind."
yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Terrible joke.
Yes.
That's not just a dad joke. That's a granddad joke.
Oy.
Yeah.
Gotta stick to cooking.
Yeah.
I'll forget it right away.
That's a story about the girl with somewhat of a large overbite, and when she would go to eat toast, she'd finish the outer crust first. Anyway, Tom told me he was trying to play some of the clips, but he didn't have the sound to him. I've got another Carnegie Hall clip. I titled this one "Heavy Metal."
Oh, good.
Let's see.
You aren't
My
supposed
goodness.
to use that word in a polite conversation. All right, guys, tuba players to the fore.
Here we go! 1, 2, 3!
Hey, stop it.
That's a great clip, Bill.
Good, heavy metal. I
Who were
like
the
it.
two banjo players? Anybody pick them out?
What, Bruce O'Neill, one of them?
No, I don't think.
I wasn't looking, so I don't know.
You
You
couldn't
eating and
tell
drinking?
anyway, it was too far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
That's
I
another-
remember, the funny thing is, even though I was right there at the reunion, when I went back through the video, I said, damn, I didn't remember the tuba solo until
Really,
I captured it. I said,
it
okay.
was so low, I couldn't find it.
Yeah. I remember one night at your father's mustache in Bourbon Street that Neil Tidwell played Flight of the Bumblebee on his tuba.
Oh, wow.
I kept expecting to see his liver come out through the bell, you know.
He was amazing. He really was.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Anyway,
That was
So-
good.
I never understood why tuba players wanted to do things like that, you know.
I didn't remember the kick line either. So there you go. You know, it's like,
No, I didn't either. That was new. I must have slept through that part.
Who was that?
well, you didn't exactly have a bird's eye view. You had the back view of it. So, you know,
All true, all
The
true.
guy that was far left, Dave Gannon, y'all remember him?
Oh, very well, yeah.
I mean, he became the best I ever heard when he was working with Rosie O'Grady's over in Disney, you know, for Orlando. He was with Bill Allred's band.
Right.
He was amazing, an amazing guy.
He's quite an accomplished musician. I mean, he was he did the Black Dog thing, and
Right.
I'm trying to remember when he was in Boston. Did he work with the symphony? I just don't remember.
I don't know, but I know he's from the Boston Club. But you're right, he worked with Yoakum's Black Dog Jazz Band for years.
Yeah, yeah.
I wrote down some stuff in this one here. 5D. Let me put my glasses on so I can see what the hell I'm doing here. Okay. All right.
I think the tuba players are often the most accomplished musicians in any of our bands. You know, guys like Bob Stewart, and there was a guy who used to come into the New York club who he played with us on his night off from Radio City Music Hall. He was in that orchestra.
Johnny Bartlett, yeah.
Was that? Okay, yeah.
John Bartlett, yeah.
Sam Palafian was one of those guys.
Yeah,
Sam Palafian, what a musician,
wonderful.
you know?
Sam was wonderful. Yeah.
And down in New Orleans, we had Neil Tidwell. We just mentioned him. He was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is another one of the old your father's mustache noses. And it's funny because I go back through them now because I didn't really know a lot of the people. This article, Mardi Gras Merriment, was written by John Rogers
Right.
from the Boston and Cape Cod clubs. And he, I don't know who took the pictures, but you might not be able to read any of this thing, but he said that Boston's delegation consisted of Joan Dragon, Chris Blair, Kevin Russo, John Rogers, and Bobby Skates Herman. And one of the paragraphs, he says, New Orleans had something for everybody. I had a foot-long hot dog, thirst quenching, beer, and there was the powder puff room for the lonely and sex starved. I hate to admit it, but I had an especially good time there. Now, I've worked down there for a while. I don't remember the powder puff room. Does anybody?
No.
No, I think he took a turn out of the alley somewhere and fell in that room.
Okay, because I'd been there for a while and I don't remember the powder puff room. Okay.
Wasn't he in Connecticut, John Rogers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Barry?
Did he come to the reunion?
Yeah, John Rogers was
Yeah.
at the 50th reunion. Let me see. I've got a picture of him
I
somewhere.
heard about this last one we went to.
He was in New
Yeah,
Haven.
he was there. I'm gonna find it.
He came to New Haven.
Yeah, I met him and his wife. They were both there, and also they had some other people from the. Let me find it. Let's see. You have to excuse me. These little thumbnails are so small; it's hard to pick them out sometimes.
You need a big magnifying glass to set in front of your screen.
Yeah,
That's what my wife said before the bed broke.
yeah, yeah. I thought I put it right over here. Let's see. Share screen. Well, this is some of the non-musical people that were at the 50th reunion. John Rogers is standing right next to me. He's to my right.
Right.
In the red
Oh,
shirt.
wait a minute. No, I'm taking it back. John Rogers is all the way on the right, far right.
The guy in the white shirt.
Yeah. Let me make it bigger so everybody can see. There it is.
Look how littler.
You can barely.
What'd I do
And
yet?
no, Roger.
Ira.
Yeah, Roger Ira. The other guy was a manager at the New York club, I think, huh?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Little
yeah.
Ira, Big Ira, Little Ira. And this guy here, I can't remember everybody's names, even though I was there with them. But I recognize them, several of them also from the 50th reunion at Carnegie too.
Schlecker.
That's Dave Hunt over there in the white shirt.
Yeah, with the suspenders is Schlechter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's funny. He said he used to be a Shakespearean actor or something. He was, and like I said, I got to meet them all, but names are not my strong point, So
You need to work on that, okay?
yeah. Now that I'm 70, I'm going to finally start remembering people's names.
Someone you met 40 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Little name
Yeah.
pops up in your brain. Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, here's some other people that were at the reunion with us. Let's see. Remember these ladies?
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
Steve Weibel's wife.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was very pleasant. I remember her well, and but I don't remember her name, but I remember her.
Her name is Ellen Weibel.
Good for you. Good for you.
Okay. See, somebody can remember all the names for us around here. Let's see.
I have a sheet of, from years ago, from, I think, a 25th reunion of all the people that had worked for your father's mustache at that time point.
Where was, see, I sent Tom some stuff. Today. Yeah, I sent Tom some stuff, but he said that some of the clips he couldn't get to play, but I can get them to play. Okay.
Yeah, you showed a bunch of pictures that people had sent, different people had sent pictures in.
Yeah.
When I hear that you guys are having trouble with that machine once in a while, I feel a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Misery loves company.
You betcha. Whew.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, they got, I don't know if I played this one before or not. Let me see, find that it's, y'all can carry on. I'm just finding it here.
Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Let's see. Trouble is,
Barry,
when
you playing
everything
Barry, you
works,
playing French Quarter Fest?
When does the French Quarter Fest start? 1st of May? Or is it?
April.
it's over.
Middle of April?
French Quarter Fest is over with now.
Oh, it's before the jazz.
They haven't had it yet.
They haven't had it yet, middle of April.
Oh, April, I'm sorry. Okay.
You're playing
That's what I-
down there. It looks like you're playing Sunday, right, Barry?
I'm not playing anywhere.
Oh, you're not playing anywhere? They had something about Fritzel's R-Star band playing one day. I
I'm
don't know.
playing. Yeah, I don't work anymore.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't work anymore. Well,
I'm retired.
You're retired? Well,
I'm
shit, man. Why did you do that?
You know what? It was time to sit here in my garage and look at you guys.
That's I'll bring up a few laughs.
Okay, here we go. Here's a clip from Carnegie Hall again.
Oh my.
Oh, goodness.
unbelievable.
That was
Yeah,
good.
well,
That was
Yeah.
great.
You know,
Hey,
I've
guys.
Hey, Ira.
I've always talked about that reunion as having 30 or 40 guys, but I looked the size of that stage. There must have been 60 or 70 of us.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Really?
Did
Yeah.
Was there ever a count of the people that showed up? There was just a gigantic crowd.
Gigantic.
Yeah.
For
no,
the-
Listen,
for
also
the-
the auditorium
Carnegie?
was full. Hey, Ira, how you doing, man?
Howdy, Ira.
I think there were 600 people at Carnegie.
Is that how many? Yeah, I know.
I thought it was 600.
Is that what that auditorium held? I don't know. It seemed,
No, not 600 musicians.
No,
We sold out.
I'd put the musicians probably closer to 100, wouldn't you? I mean, there was a bunch.
It was a
100
huge,
musicians.
huge group. I
I mean,
never
there was
realized-
like 12 tubas on stage playing that heavy metal thing. So it was kind of, yeah. Yeah. You know, it was quite a group.
That was a
Yeah.
big group. Yeah. Nice.
And funny thing, I know I was singing at the top of my lungs from the audience. Did you hear me?
I did.
We heard you.
But you can always pick that accent out of, it's easy.
Yeah.
hey, Barry, do you know, is Danny playing down in the port or any?
He is. He's doing 3 or 4 nights a week still.
Mason Bourbon?
Mason Bourbon mostly. I talked to him 2 days ago.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. At least I have one musician I might know when I come back, still playing.
I know you used to stop and see
Barry will
me.
play for you.
What's that?
Barry will play for you.
I'm not playing anymore. I retired.
He's retiring. Have to have a party in your garage then.
Roger used to come in about once a year to see me. I never know when you come in,
I know, I surprised everybody.
but I'd see you walking in. Yeah, we'd have a couple beers. Yeah.
A little talking. I used to come in and I would pull in front of Barry Kaiser's house and he didn't know I was in town. I'd call him on the phone. Barry, what you doing? Oh, I'm just hanging out. I said, could you come outside a second? I said, what's outside? He'd come outside and I'd be standing there. What are you doing there? I said, I just showed up, man.
I remember one time, Roger, you came with your wife. We had a nice time.
Yeah. She grew up in New Orleans. She went to school at Ursuline Academy uptown.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I met her when in Florida. And her and this other girl at this event I was at, and I heard him talking about New Orleans. I said, "You from New Orleans?" I said, "Well, yeah, I am. I grew up there," and that sort of started off our relationship.
Oh.
I wanted to have someone who knew some of my insanity or insanity, get along with all the good foods I love to eat.
Oh, yeah.
But look, you see that Carnegie Hall film we just saw? There was 80 or 90 musicians. And
At
in
least.
Connecticut, there was 7 of us. And all those people didn't die. I think it was the draw of Carnegie Hall.
That's front row had a lot of. It's interesting. Everybody's hair was white on the front row. It looked like.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
As opposed to now.
It's amazing everybody dyed their hair just for the reunion.
Yeah, well, match the white uniform, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Dye their hair or what's left of it. Yeah, right.
That's,
Both
Hey,
hands.
give me over COVID.
Just, my doctor cleared me today. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
good. Very
Good for
good.
you.
It was,
Joe
that
Terra-
was,
Remember
that
Joe
was amazing.
Terra? Joe Terra always would say he's dyeing his beer a little gray to look sophisticated.
Right.
Now, when you do it, dye it a little darker to be sophisticated.
equal time, since we had the tuba players earlier, now we got the all trombone players.
Trombones.
Oh, Lord, look at them all.
Wow.
I love that sound.
Jim, who's playing banjo with you?
Can't tell.
Good. Good.
Jim, who's playing the banjo with you?
I'm guessing, but
Hey,
I
Mike.
think Eddie Davis, I think.
It was Eddie Davis.
Yeah, Eddie Davis.
Yeah.
We'll say Mike.
7 trombones,
So, Mike-
and we
Hey.
couldn't get one in Connecticut.
Mhm.
Hello. Good, how you doing? I'm in the middle of a call. Can I call you back in about 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay,
You call me back, Mike.
what's that? I'll call back. That's my sister. I may or may not call her back, you know.
How you doing, Mike?
How y'all are?
Good, Mike.
Nice seeing you.
Good, Mike.
Yeah.
Good, good.
Where does your sister live, Mike?
I'm Kissimmee, Florida.
Ah,
Up there.
One lives in Florida, one lives in Denver,
we're in Florida.
near Kissimmee.
Okay, I don't know where that is.
Ira, you still moving to Boynton Beach or what?
I moved 3 weeks ago.
Oh, so
Really?
you're in Boynton now?
Yeah, you see the ladder in the background?
Yeah.
I'm working.
Oh, my God. Where did you move to?
I moved to a Boynton Beach,
Ah, how do you
right by
like it?
Delray Beach.
That's right
Okay.
south of West Palm Beach.
Oh, you
Yeah.
moved down.
Okay.
That's,
You
I
moved-
told Dottie when she goes back to Lantana to let me know. I'll take a ride up and take her to lunch
Yeah,
and send you the bill.
she's from Lantana.
What's that?
That's where she's from, Lantana.
Right, but she said she goes there once in a while, goes back. I told her to let me know when, and I'll take her to lunch on your nickel.
There you go.
Of course.
Guys, I'm up to take off. Everybody stay well and stay safe and all that kind of stuff. See you
Okay,
next
Rick.
Take care of yourself. now.
Thursday, not Friday, Thursday.
Where, what day am I? I get lost.
You got- You
Mike,
guys
this
doing
is
okay
first
with the
time at
weather?
Thursday Club.
What's that?
First time you showed up on a Thursday club since we started on Thursdays.
Yeah, well, busy in the afternoons, man. I just got back from town. Thought I better check in, see if everybody's still, as my old grandma used to say, able to mutter and putter.
How far is town from where you are?
20 miles,
How far?
20.
20?
Really? Whoa.
20 miles. Wow.
So you go in and load up all the things you need and for 2 or 3 weeks or whatever?
Sometimes, yeah. My Karen keeps what she calls a par. That's a, I don't know, backup for backup. We have backups for everything. If we run out, we got two more behind there, so we're good.
In case of the bad weather or snow or whatever?
Snow, ice. We had
Ice.
a storm back in 09, had an ice storm, and we were without power for 9.5 days.
Wow.
Oh,
You
You
got
have a
big
generator?
generators, huh?
We were good though. We have wood heat. We have what Aladdin lamps for light. They
Oh,
look
yeah.
like Pullman, except they don't hiss. Look the same.
Yeah.
And had plenty of food. Had a generator to keep
Yeah.
the refrigerator going, and we're great.
Hey, you gotta have a
Not-
generator where you live.
9 days is a long time. We've
Oh,
been
yeah.
out, we've been out for 6 or 7 days, and I just and that seems like forever.
It does.
No, it's like more than 2 days is like motel, that's like not staying here.
yeah.
Well, we couldn't get out, Billy.
Oh, okay, well, that's different, yeah.
Yeah, but then when you do, you got to find a hotel that's available.
Yeah, there's nothing. There would be nothing available, believe me,
Right.
because
Right.
all these people with all electric homes, man, were hurting,
Mhm.
and we were doing fine because our old wood heat kept it nice and toasty.
Really? Well, you're well prepared, see?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, we have a potbelly stove in the kitchen, which keeps it. But if the power goes out and we try to heat with a house, it turns to be 80 degrees in the kitchen and 70 degrees in the room next door, and then 50 degrees upstairs. So-
Right.
This is the ending medley. Ending medley. Everybody.
That's the New Orleans band. Oh, baby, telephone, and tell me I'm yours. I see you sing it. Another time, here we go.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's a great job, Bill.
Yeah.
It's a real good
Yeah, well,
job.
I just copied it off of the Carnegie Hall disc, so I didn't,
Really?
all I
did-
did was,
You didn't film that?
huh?
So-
No, dude,
Remember that night on the bandstand, y'all?
mhm.
The union guys? Well, Ruth Cruz was going too long. And the union guy said, if y'all not off the stage in 10 minutes, it's gonna cost you $2,000.
Right, yes, that's right.
Remember
that's
that?
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Joe
we
probably
need to cut
pushed her
out
off the
two-
stage.
We cut out 2 or 3 medleys and went right to the military medley.
that's
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
The union guys said, y'all going too long because Ruth Cruz stayed up there for 40 minutes herself, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, but it said, y'all either gotta get off, it's gonna cost you $2,000 more. Joel said, cut to the military.
Yeah, well, I wanted to play that though, because it had all the credits, that had the names of everybody that played, so,
Yeah,
Plus, that was the New Orleans band recording.
yeah, that was in the New Orleans medley, yeah,
That was the New Orleans band. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's same cut.
Yeah.
all
Oh,
right,
for the crowd. Yeah.
yeah. Playing Barry's favorite song,
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah. Well, anyway, we're just about wrapped on Thursday. Got my daughter's coming over for her 42nd birthday party tonight.
Oh,
Nice.
That's my middle daughter. My oldest daughter's over 50, so it's like,
how did you get children that old?
I don't know. We had Leslie was when I was still working at Your Father's Mustache. Leslie was born, so
That's crazy.
yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
both my daughters were born while I was working in Denver.
that's
Oh.
funny.
Yeah,
Well, one of them's 52, one of them's 55. Ah,
there you go.
And the
Wow.
52-year-old, I remember being at your apartment on the West Bank, seeing her
Yeah.
walk around naked. She was like 3 years old.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. Yeah, my son,
We're on for next Thursday, Tom?
yeah, Tom should be back for next Thursday too, and we'll try to regale you with some more videos and pictures. If anybody has anything else, like I said, just keep sending them in,
And if you have to do repeats, that's all right. We have different comments, so we don't fucking remember last week anyway.
Last week, don't remember this morning.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
yeah,
All right.
yeah, what was
Okay,
it?
guys.
okay.
Yeah,
See you
Good to see
guys.
y'all again.
be well,
All right,
Chris,
take care,
what are you
everybody.
cooking tonight, Chris?
be well.
Thanks so much. Great
What are you
seeing
cooking
everybody.
tonight?
Pot roast.
Taco,
Ooh,
taco wacos.
That's
Good
all.
choice. Good choice. Okay, guys, see you next week on Thursday.
You got it. Take care.
Bonsoir, everybody.
Thursday.
Take care.
See y'all next time.